I was lying awake the other night, the brain whizzing about as it often does, unable to sleep. And then all of a sudden, I realised I'd got it all wrong. There am I rushing around the countryside making videos about heritage, landscape and nature in this wonderful country of ours, but with no real direction or object of purpose, other than being struck by how incredible it all is. And suddenly it occurred to me what was really going on. I'm on a quest. I've probably been on this quest all my life. It's been there, in the background, underneath all I've done and achieved. I just didn't know it. I'd had glimpses, of course. I've collected books about it, watched television programmes on the subject. I've peered out of the window on wet, gloomy days, looking directly at it. And the reason it's hit me so clearly now, all of a sudden, is because I'm aware that it's disappearing. It's being eroded, dissolving in front of my very eyes. There is something in this modern era that appears to want to stamp it out. So I must reach out and grasp it before it's too late. I must capture it and record it on film for the sake of prosperity. My quest has become obvious to me now, although to define what I'm looking for won't be easy. My search is for England and Englishness. I know it was once there, but the big question is, can I find it again?
I suppose in order to work out what I'm looking for in England, I suppose one should ask, what is England? Is it just an island surrounded by water? Is it just part of a nation of Great Britain? And what is Englishness? What does it mean? Well, these are the things I want to find out. These are the things that are on my quest. It's funny because when I started the Boer Explorer several years ago, I started with a documentary called History You Can Touch. The idea of this documentary was simply that I felt it was important that we, the people of England, should be able to go and touch our history and make contact with it, as if it was a visceral thing. And if you do that, I believe that you would get something out of it. That connection, the connection with the earth. I made several other documentaries, these long format documentaries, and some of them are about places, market towns, Lewis and Petworth and so on. I also made a documentary about travel, what it was like to travel in the old days on old rutted paths, a bit like this, I suppose, although this is actually quite a pleasant one. And then I went into making these daily videos in which I've been exploring heritage, landscape and nature. We have such an amazing country. I think that in recent times we've almost forgotten it, that the history has been somewhat frowned on. We've had people saying things like the empire was such a terrible thing. And while yes, admittedly we did do a few bad things, there was so much good to come out of the empire, not just for us, but for everybody, for other countries. At the moment it's very windy. I'm sort of trying to hide in this rather interesting bowl, this tiny little bowl here on the South Downs. I'm above Worthing where I live. The sun is out, but it's incredibly windy. We've had so much rain as well. But look at this landscape. Not so much the pylons, although we do need the electricity. Not so much those. Let's get back on this lane. But the actual wonderful green rolling land. I'm on the chalky hills of the South Downs. They're absolutely amazing, and they are so beloved by so many people. This love of landscape, this love of way of life, I know is not unique to me, that others also love it. I think some people are afraid to admit that there is a fondness for the old country. And we're a strange breed, us English people. We came up with the term gentleman and gentlewoman, which has so much to it that it's not so easily expressed. People often say that we're a repressed race, and I think that's true. That's part of what being English is. We believe in understatement, and that's a weird concept in itself, because what I'm doing is exactly the opposite. I want to proudly state that I love this country, and I endorse this country, and I want to share this country's merits. The St. George's flag has for some time now been associated with extreme nationalism, and that's wrong, clearly. I think I just get out of this wind a little bit and come down here. And I think people know that that's wrong. And unless you had a football match that England were playing, we very much kept the flag under lock and key. And yet we're part of Great Britain, and the Welsh, the Irish and the Scottish are very keen to fly their flag and show their nationalism, and quite right too, their pride of their country. And I want to discover this pride one more time. I want to share it with everybody. I want to discover my England. This is a very personal quest, and so what I'm saying really is, in this video, is that I want to just slightly change how I do the Bald Explorer. I want to make it more personal. I want to make it more of my quest to find out what Englishness means to me. I feel it's in my core. I feel it's deep within me, but I don't fully understand it. Perhaps I never will. Perhaps it is complete whimsy to think that I could even understand it or try to know what this weird notion is. So if any of you watching this are thinking, oh my goodness, you know, is the Bald Explorer changing? No, not at all. I just feel that I have now defined my purpose a little bit more, and that these videos will be more human, I suppose. And so I go into the future now of 2020 as I record this, hoping to get out of this wet winter and bring to you more explorations, more insights into this incredible country. I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's a bit different, but I want to take you on a more personal journey from now on. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to follow, like and subscribe. Become a patron if you can, and support what I do. That would be amazing. But until next time, thank you so much. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and a like and a follow and all the usual stuff, and I'll see you on the next one. Until then, take care, bye bye, and thanks for watching.